Yeah, we were really, really happy to do a podium on the import. I think if someone had told us we'd get on the podium in the second import race in the Volvo 9 months ago, we wouldn't have believed them. So it's definitely boosted the team spirit even more. Yeah, we're really happy, and I think we're all quite impatient. Not that we want to leave Cape Town because we're enjoying it here, but we're quite impatient to get out offshore and keep learning and keep progressing.
It's actually not a leg what we're really looking forward to, because there's no certain patterns involved in it. And you can be going very quickly from last to first or vice versa. And I think like if you're becoming seventh, it's probably bad luck. If you're sixth, then you can say, okay, we're at least not last. Fifth, you're probably okay. Fourth, just not on the podium. Third, fantastic. Second, bonus. First, lucky. So that's how I want to say this leg.
It'll definitely make things a little bit more exciting, for sure. And as you guys are well aware, there's an exclusion zone associated with this leg. And, you know, that could end up putting us kind of between a rock and a hard place, actually, kind of the way that the tropical storm is transiting towards the west. You know, we have the option of taking the nice downwind path on the western side of it, kind of very close to the exclusion zone. But if we get too close and it moves too west, we're kind of forced to go upwind through the thing. So, you know, it presents some pretty interesting challenges. You know, we got 2 guys on our boat last time who sailed their way into a tropical storm and ended up vacationing in Madagascar. So trying to avoid that for sure. Yeah, so I mean, it'll be interesting. We'll have to see how the thing develops and, you know, where it'll fall relative to the exclusion zone and do the best with what we got.
We all race for ourselves, our friends, our family, and our sponsor. Of course, I guess your country is there along with that, but, you know, this is... you know, I race in the Volvo Ocean Race for the challenge, and I enjoy just about every day of it.
We did 6 months training in Abu Dhabi before the last race, so you know we have sailed there. We are familiar with the waters, certainly up past Ras Al Khaimah and down the Oman coast. I think first of all we've got to get there. You know, it's like the last 300 miles. There's a 6,000 or so before we get there, so. I think for me, you know, as the guys say, there's a lot of water before then. We've got big doldrums crossings, possibilities of tropical cyclones. We've got the exclusion zone, a lot of upwind sailing potentially. So I'll just be happy to get within range, and then even happier when we get to Abu Dhabi. I know there's a fantastic welcome in store for everybody there, and yeah, we really want to do the best we can.
They are not passengers; they are part of the crew. One of them is a pitman, and the other one is a bowman, which is I think the only job I will never do on a Volvo 65 or Volvo 70. So I'm very proud of them, and he's doing the job like Kevin is doing. Yeah, for sure. When it's very complicated, Kevin is still coaching him, but he's really good. And the pitman, we did the first leg, the leg 0, with 2 Chinese on the pit, because our coach, which is Martin Stromberg, which is a very good pitman, was not there, and they did a fantastic job because we finished the inshore leg in the first place. So I think, yeah, they are going good job like that.
I think you learn a lot once you're doing things not good, more than when you win in races. So if it's like this, I think we're going to learn a lot for the next one. After the first one, that was not so good for us. And but I think in these boats, what you always learn is that you have to be patient. And it's a lot of people in those boats. We have to keep pushing the boats, and the other boats, they are all very good, and we just have to keep pushing. And for this very long race, very long legs, like the next one, is going to be an extremely long and probably extremely hard leg. I think you have to be patient and go and keep going and try to don't lose the train.
And you get a gun as well there, Charles.
Heard you moving out from home, trying to make it on your own. All alone, on the own.
This second leg is one of the toughest legs in the race, and it's also one of the most complex, because we start in Africa, we go through the Indian Ocean, which is waters that no one has really raced before, with a sailing race. So it's new territory. Right now we are up for that tough start, and what is tough with it is that upwind is a lot tougher than downwind. Sailors don't think about wind strength; they think about wind strength and wind direction and waves, and all the three matches kind of to the perfect scenario of really, really tough conditions. So they will have sustained 25 up to 30, even more, closer to 40 knot stages upwind, and what is making it tough is the sea state. And now it has been blowing strong southerly wind directions around Cape de Good Hope for at least 2 to 3 days.
This summer, the Moths are coming to Australia. The 2015 Moth World Championships will be held in Sorrento in Victoria, and we're expecting one of the most competitive moth fleets ever.
This is going to be probably without doubt the single most hectic and high performance regatta I think I've ever done.
We've got 8 Olympic medalists, we've got 3 former Moth World Champions, and we've got over 15 current America's Cup sailors.
The flat water and the generally great breeze here, and offshore breeze at Sorrento normally is absolutely perfect for moth sailing and high performance dinghy sailing in general, to be honest.
The Australian Moth Championships will kick off on the 6th of January, and the Worlds will start straight after that, finishing up on the 16th of January. Look forward to seeing you down here.
Welcome to the Arabian port of Muscat in Oman for the RC44 Oman Cup, the final event of the RC44 Championship Tour, where this season's match racing and fleet racing champions will be crowned. The opening day of the regatta looked set to be a light air affair, putting the onus on the tacticians to get the best out of their boats. Something that last year's winner Andy Horton of Katusha knows all about.
They're awesome boats in light air because we have a Genoa, so they're really powered up and the spinnakers are big enough. But of course it comes more into our hands as tacticians that you can't really see everything on the water. So it's a little more random and you change your sailing style because of that. The boat is actually a glamour to sail in this stuff. What we love about it is that the people are really friendly. And it's certainly a different place, but they take care of us, treated like royalty here, so it's just wonderful.
As with every event, the first day of the regatta was reserved for match racing, and with a championship title at stake, it was crucial for the teams to give their best performance in this last chance saloon. Fighting to hold on to the top spot would be no easy feat for Team Aqua, with Synergy Russian sailing team and Team Nika hot on their heels.
Can go any direction, and it's going to be a lot of exciting races. We know it's a battle, there's a lot of good teams, and we're just happy to be in the group that has a chance at the end.
So all to count today was Synergy 1 point behind, Nika another point back from there, and a left still in the mix. Like anything, winning is great, and that's what we're here for, so that's what we're going to try and do.
So with the title in mind, Team Aqua stormed into the first race, taking the win. But their form wavered when they came up against rival team Synergy. A penalty down, the team struggled to take the lead and suffered their first loss of the day. The racing was close between the top two to the very last, but it was Synergy that gave the standout performance, winning all of their races, and with it, taking the RC44 Match Racing Championship title.
Boy, what a difficult day to finish the season on. Light air, shifty, wow. And the guys did a great job. We had to come from behind in a couple of races to make it happen. But what a great team. They deserve it.
Taking the second spot on the podium was the ever-consistent Team Aqua, who after a strong season will have another shot at the top spot in the fleet racing, which kicks off tomorrow.
I think Synergy's been sailing very, very well all year, and they didn't make any mistakes. We made a few and it cost us on the day, but all in all I think the boat was going really well. The team was on form, so pretty pleased.
Also fighting it out for a place on the podium was Aleph Racing and Team Nika. Both were on good form today, but it was Team Nika that managed to hold their own and take third place.
We came third, we feel great, everyone is happy. Team Nika never has been on the podium before at the end of the season. So it's a very good progress for us.
Tomorrow sees the first day of fleet racing for the teams, and with 4 days of racing to go, it's all to play for.
We're okay, cut the tip! That's it! Okay, where's it now? Hold on, boys, hold on, don't go through the wind.
Ouais, c'était bien. Bah, j'ai retrouvé le Flying Phantom de quoi, ça fait 1 an et demi, 1 an que je n'avais pas navigué dessus, donc il a bien évolué. Je pense que les nouveaux foils par rapport à ce qu'on avait fait il y a 1 an sont beaucoup plus stables, notamment dans la mer. Il n'y a pas beaucoup de décrochés, donc ouais, c'est un bateau, quoi, au moins dans ces conditions, relativement facile. On continue à développer le classé. Voilà, donc les foils c'est assez proche de ça, si ce n'est qu'il y a une voile rigide, donc c'est un peu différent. C'est un peu plus nerveux quand même le classé, mais voilà l'avenir volant. Et puis j'espère normalement qu'on va faire de l'AC45 volant l'année prochaine aussi, puisque les AC45 devraient voler pour les AC World Series.
I'm still sat here in my harness and my dry top, as you can see, but it's actually 12 knots in bright sunshine. So we've gone from like 25, 28 knots down to 12 knots, big seas, and yeah, it's been quite a full-on morning. I think when the wind's changing this much, you're just really focused on trying to keep going and trying to adjust everything. We've moved the stack quite a lot so far. And obviously big adjustments on the sails, big adjustments on the internal sack, so you're pretty busy and you're just constantly trying to keep the speed going. But yeah, it is a bit frustrating because you never know what's going to happen next. We're alright, we're sort of within 10 miles of everyone, but we seem to be going well, and then we just have moments where we lose miles and we struggle, so that's a bit frustrating. But you know, the sea state's very difficult, the conditions have been quite tricky, it's been quite windy, and yeah, we've got a lot to learn in that, but a lot is going to happen ahead of us here. So I mean, you know, we've just got to stay in touch, and there's a big hole coming up tomorrow. I love that, so hopefully we can do some sneaking around in that.